Go the Cowboys!
Hey guys, Sean Media just want to do a big shout out to Rugby League Coffee Lounge. All the best this year, 2020.
Alright, oh, yeah! Fuck!
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the YouTube channel. My name is Nick from Australia. Welcome to the Friday Night Football Review for round 22 of the NRL. Just fixing up the scoreboard there. I realised I made an error. Welcome to the Friday Night Football Review. And tonight I am joined by Cody Games PlayStation. How are you, Cody? Thanks for coming on tonight, my friend.
Well, I'm in a thrill mood at the moment, Nick. Got the win over the Tigers. What wasn't the best, but win's a win, and we're back in the top 8.
Yes, you are back in the top 8, and it's a credit to you. Parramatta losing tonight really helps you guys out too. So, really big win for South Sydney tonight. But just quickly, I want to say that if you guys are brand new to the channel, if you guys are not familiar with me, my name is Nick from Australia, and this is the #1 rugby league YouTube channel on YouTube for all post-game match reviews and everything like that. So if you're new, please like the stream, subscribe to the channel if you're new around here as well. I'd really appreciate that. And thank you very much for taking the time out of your night or day, wherever you are watching this in the world, for watching my content. I really, really appreciate it. But before we get into the reviews, we're going to go to the live chat. We've got Damien from Newcastle, Devils_Psy, the Clough Stuff, William Pearson, Immortal Wolf, CJ Moxley. I can see we're starting to get a fairly nice crowd in here now. Hope you're all doing well on this Friday night, July 28, 2023. Cody, South Sydney 32, West Tigers 18. Wasn't the best performance from South Sydney, but what'd you make of that performance?
Yeah, it was a very interesting match. Very sloppy game, mainly in the first half. Led 20 points to 6. Tigers came back. But overall, I think it was a decent match, and I look forward to seeing the boys do very well against the Sharks next week in Perth.
Yeah, no, it was a big win for South Sydney. They were in control, weren't they? And then the Tigers just came back. I was like, what the fuck am I watching here? It was crazy. That South Sydney second half was terrible.
Yeah, definitely for the first 20 minutes was very deserted, but they made up for it to score two late tries and got the win.
It was a very clunky old second half from Souths, but you know they got to be better. But I think, look, in South Sydney's defense, that was the first time Latrell Mitchell's played with them since round 12. It's round 22. Latrell's missed about 3 months of footy. Of course, the connection with the combinations and everything like that is going to be a bit rusty. They haven't played together for 3 months, so it's kind of what do you expect? But they were very good. Oh, very good. But the Tigers, you got to give credit to the Tigers. They showed up, didn't they? And they gave you guys a game tonight.
Yeah, definitely. When we play the Tigers often, they always give us a game. I know they didn't in our first clash back in round 11, but I thought when they came back, what do you mean?
I disagree with that because it was 8-0 for 75 minutes, wasn't it? And then it was like 20-0 at full time.
Yeah, well, yeah, it was, but
yeah,
that was different game. But
yeah,
Yeah, I've come back from the Tigers, but here we go, game on. And I thought they were going to do the same thing as last week. They led at half time and then they were going to collapse,
Yeah.
but thankfully they didn't.
I'm just glad you guys played it like the Tigers tonight. You played a really poor team. Because I reckon if South play anyone in the top 8 tonight, or even a team that's like 10th or 11th around Souths probably don't win that game tonight, to be completely honest. But I did well to win. The Tigers showed some guts tonight. I think Luke Brooks made a difference. Luke Brooks didn't have a great game as a player, but like him being back in the side, I guess it made the Tigers a bit better in some way. Maybe his influence made him play better. I don't know what it was. Abbott Coruscant was their best player tonight, without a doubt. Dane Laurie, I'm sorry, but he can't be playing 5'8", bro. He was terrible tonight.
Yeah, he sure was. He passed it out onto the full, like once or twice. They knocked it on a couple of times. I think he has to be dropped for next week.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if he got dropped for next week. Wouldn't shock me at all. Now, we'll go through the tries from all the teams here. So South Sydney, obviously Alex Johnson got a double tonight. Tass got one. Oh no, Johnson got a hat trick. Sorry, I should say.
Yeah,
Tass got one. Keon Kalamatangi got one, and Cam Murray got one. And for the Tigers, tries to Api Coruscant, Isaiah Papali'i, and Fanua Polo. When Souths were leading 20-18, the Tigers actually had a chance to go in front, but they didn't. I think it was Junior Tupou. He didn't pass it to Papali'i. The Tigers would have been in front.
Yeah, they would have. They had their opportunity, but that pass there, they just screwed it.
Yeah, no, you're not wrong. You're not wrong there. So yeah, South Sydney, they get the job done. 32 points to 18. Are you confident going into the back end of the season? Obviously, tonight's performance was very unimpressive, I guess you could call it. It wasn't the best performance from South, but hey, at the end of the day, it's 2 points. And you guys have got the Sharks in Perth next week. Are you confident going forward from here, Cody?
Not really. Yeah, we do have sort of a easy run, but you never count out who will lose, who will win. But
yeah,
I'm somewhat confident going into the last final games of this year.
100%. And look, the Tigers can keep their heads up high. I thought they were very brave tonight. The second half was very good. They really gave it the Souths, but unfortunately for the Tigers, they just don't have the superstar players to, win those real close games. They just couldn't get it done. I thought South Sydney were very good, especially in that last 15 minutes where they put them away. But Cody, my friend, who is your player of the game from the Tigers and Souths game tonight?
I'll have to give it to Alex Johnson, him scoring a hat trick, and he's only 5 or 6 more tries for being the second top try scorer of all time. Got to give it to him.
Yeah, look, I'm going to go with Lachlan Ilias. Thought he had a really good game tonight. He was criticised all week. Some people thought he was going to get dropped for Blake Taaffe at halfback. Thought Ilias tonight really, really played well, and he needed to have a good game to shut up all the haters and out there and all the online keyboard warriors. So I'm going to give Lachlan Ilias the player of the game. I thought he played really well tonight, Cody.
Yeah, fair enough. Ilias, he's been criticised all week, but he's been a bit quiet for the last couple of games, I should say. But he definitely played very well tonight.
Good.
Yeah.
So tonight was good. All right, let's go to the other game. Look, I don't think we'll spend too long on this other game because it was a fucking bludger and it was a disappointment. Melbourne Storm 46, Parramatta Eels 16. You guys might have to excuse my language here for a moment, but Parramatta were absolutely fucking horrible. They are a cunt of a side, man. They are so shit. Wagga Blake might be the worst winger I have ever fucking seen in my life. He was so bad tonight. He played like absolute shit. Bryce Cartwright was all over the place with his stupid offloads. It never worked. It was horrible. Gufferson shaving his head bald might be the curse of the century. What the hell was that about? And the whole team was just dog shit. The only players for Parramatta that I can really give a rap to is Ryan Madison, who was probably their best player tonight. Jermaine Hopgood had a fair income crack. And probably Joey Lussick, who just went back to Parramatta from St. Helens. I would give Junior Paulo a rap, but the problem is he played the first 25 minutes straight. And then after that, he come back on late in the game and he had nothing left. He was still tired. So Parramatta, they're now outside the top 8. They've got a very tough run home. They got the Dragons, which they'll probably win. Broncos at the Gabba. Roosters at Allianz. Then I think they play, I think it's Penrith, then the bye. So, tough run for Parramatta. They get Dylan Brown back next week, which is good because Dejan Assi is one of the shittest 5'8" I've ever seen. But Parramatta, bro, what'd you make of them? I thought they were horrible.
Yeah, definitely agree with that. Probably the worst performance I've seen for Parramatta in a very long while this season.
Yeah.
Almost got 50 points on them.
You know what I find interesting, right? So, obviously, Parramatta scored that first try for Sean Russell. It was an incredible try, might I add. They were about to go up 8-0, maybe even 10-0. Russell was going to score a double, but Bryce Cartwright, the idiot, passes the ball like 5-10 meters early. If he had just held the ball for another 5 seconds, then gives it, they probably score in the corner again and go 8-10-0 up, and it's a different game. Cartwright, brain explosion.
Yeah, definitely. But and then from what we saw, Melbourne scored 3 tries.
Oh, mate, they went nuts. Let's get him in here. I know he wants to talk about how good the Storm are, and I know he's over the moon about it. Ladies and gentlemen, Luke, Melbourne Storm fan. Oh, there he is. G'day, Luke.
Hey.
Hello, Luke.
Well, mate, how was that?
Yeah, well, it was good. I tipped Melbourne by 1, so I'm shocked with the result, but I'm very happy. I'll take it.
Well, you might want to book your tickets for Penrith Melbourne next week. You might as well go and watch that.
Yeah, but I still booked it, but I'm still not sure about it yet.
Well, it's probably going to be the game of the round next week, along with the Cowboys and Broncos. So you probably should go and check it out. But hey, Melbourne saved you from depression tonight, didn't they?
They did save me. Obviously, if Melbourne lose today, I'll probably be pretty angry. Yeah, not losing 2 in a row is not what we do often. So yeah, happy we got the win and win big. So it's good.
Yeah. What'd you make of the performance? Obviously, you guys got a few tries tonight. Obviously, Harry Grant was probably the best player on the ground tonight. But were you impressed with everyone? Because Melbourne didn't do much wrong tonight, did they?
Yeah. I mean, the only thing I'm disappointed is I was on Instagram doing this little video, and I was doing why the hell Melbourne we're going to challenge it early. We burnt it.
It didn't even matter, bro.
Yeah,
didn't matter.
Hey, what was your thought when I think I saw the Storm, they were running out of the tunnel and they were celebrating those 2 premierships that we won. So
I wasn't going to mention this, but I'm going to now that you've brought it up. I did an Instagram story about this. The fact that the Melbourne Storm had the audacity to celebrate the 2007 and 2009 premiership, where they were over the salary cap, they were caught for cheating, they were caught doing the fucking dirty shit behind the scenes, over the salary cap, cheating the competition. They did it for 4 years, from 2006 to 2010. They won 2 grand finals in that time. The fact that they have the audacity to celebrate that makes me physically fucking sick. And they should be ashamed of themselves. I get, old boys' day, and, they've got club legends there that want to come back and have a good time, but you cannot be a true fucking supporter or a true human being, and if you're going to celebrate 2 fucking grand final wins where you were caught cheating over the cap, I don't know how people can sleep at night, honestly. That was a fucking embarrassment. And the fact that the fucking media, Fox Sports and Channel 9 were even promoting it, was even more disgraceful. You can't call Greg Inglis a Melbourne Storm legend when he never won a comp there because they was cheating. It was over the cap. Greg Inglis will forever be known as a South Sydney legend. He won't be fucking known as a Melbourne Storm legend because when he was at Melbourne, those comps didn't count. So I just don't understand how they can celebrate those 2 premierships. Like, come on, they're over the cap. They were caught cheating. Why are they even celebrating it?
In my opinion, that they probably shouldn't celebrate the 1999, 2012.
No, they should. No. They should celebrate those ones because those ones they weren't cheating.
Oh yeah, those ones.
They were fair. They were fair.
Yeah, they were fair. Yeah.
You're allowed to have a reunion, every couple of years or every year that you do. Whatever, but far out. Like the fact that they still claim those premierships as theirs is just, it's so embarrassing. It really is. I just don't understand how they can sleep at night, man, because it drives me fucking mad, man, honestly. I might have to do a separate video on this. I might have to do something because I don't want to go on about it anymore because it's pissing me off. But Cody, mate, what do you think of Melbourne tonight?
Well, other than that disgraceful thing showing off the strip premierships, I think they were very dominant tonight. After what happened to last week's loss against Newcastle, they came out and running and showed that they could be a premiership threat, but I don't think they are.
Yeah, okay, fair enough. Luke, do you think Melbourne are a contender for this premiership?
Look, at the moment, I'm still not convinced with us.
All right,
but I still believe that Melbourne can definitely win a final, maybe 2.
Yeah.
But that game next week is definitely a very big game, really. And if we can beat Penrith, I have no doubt that maybe we can win the comp if we can knock like Brisbane or Penrith or one of those sides.
All right, that's it. No, that's it. I'm gonna say it. You guys can screen record this. Keep it in your photo gallery. This is what's gonna happen. It is currently round 22 of the NRL. I don't care if Melbourne finish top 4. I don't care if they finish 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th. I do not care. In my honest opinion, with what I've seen from the Melbourne Storm this season, the Melbourne Storm are not a premiership contender, and they will be eliminated by week 2 of the 2023 NRL Final Series. They are going out in straight sets. If Melbourne make the top 4, they're going out in week 2. If they make it to week 1, they're going out in week 2. Melbourne Storm are not a premiership contender, and I can probably give you 5 or 6 more teams that I think have a better chance than the Melbourne Storm do this year. In my opinion, Melbourne are pretenders, not contenders. There, I said it.
No.
Fair enough.
Thoughts, Cody? What do you reckon?
Yeah, definitely agree. First week
I'm
or
not
in
sold on
straight sets.
I'm not sold on them, bro. I'm not. They were great tonight. Obviously, 46-16 is a very good win for any team. But Parramatta have been on the slide for the last 3 weeks. I don't know why I tipped Parramatta tonight. I generally do not know why I did it. That was an embarrassing tip for me to tip Parramatta, but anyway, can't get them all right. That's just the nature of the game. But fucking hell, man, I genuinely believe Melbourne are not going to do shit in the finals.
Yeah. All right. Yeah, straight sets. They're gone.
Panthers, Broncos, Warriors, Rabbitohs, Cowboys are all bigger threats than Melbourne.
Yeah.
I didn't mention Canberra because I'm still unsure with Canberra, but I think Melbourne are better than probably the others. Like I think Melbourne are better than they're better than Para. They're probably better than Manly, Newcastle. I know Newcastle beat them last week, but if that was a finals game, Melbourne are not losing. But yeah, that's just my opinion. But anyway, we'll see what happens come finals time. Luke, mate, for Melbourne, who do you think were some of their best players tonight?
I'll probably say Jerome Holmes was probably our best player tonight.
Jerome Hughes, yeah.
Yeah, number 2, I'll give it to why not? Munster, always very dangerous.
Oh, that try he scored was ridiculous.
And number 1, yeah, it's a bit of a tough one, but I'm going to go Harry Grant. He scored 2 tries, so
yeah, Harry Grant was a handful, wasn't he? He was great all night.
Mm.
What about you, Luke? Who were some of the players for Melbourne that really stood out tonight?
Luke.
Oh, sorry.
Cody, sorry. Fuck me, Dad.
Oh, sorry. No.
Sorry, mate. Fucking hell.
That's okay.
Yeah, definitely the player of the match for me is definitely Harry Grant, scoring 2 tries. Playing outstanding tonight. Also, give a rap to Jerome Hughes. I reckon he played sensational tonight as well. And here's another one. I might give it to Marion Seve as well in his first game of I believe it's his first game of the year. He was great tonight, scoring that try as well.
Yeah, no, it was good. No, you're right about that. Also, I should mention as well, young Tomanapia went off with a hamstring with about 8 minutes to go. So, Olam will probably come back in next week with Tomanapia going down injured. But yeah, obviously, Harry Grant, player of the game, he was the best player on the field. There's no doubt about it. I also want to give a mention to Eli Katoa off the bench. It was very good. And Tepai Marawa. I think he ran about 100 metres off the bench or 110 metres or something. Tepai Marawa was fantastic tonight. So, good on him. But yeah, Harry Grant, for me, player of the game, boys.
Yep, fair enough. We all agree for Harry Grant.
Player of the game. All right, boys. That might wrap up the review. Cody, thank you for coming on, my friend. And Luke, well done to the Storm. And yeah, Cody, obviously well done to South Sydney. Well done to both of you. You both got a win tonight.
Yeah.
Yep. Well, on a roll against the Sharks next week. They can't beat a top 8 team. Let's hope we beat them.
The Sharkies.
And hopefully Melbourne Storm smash those Panthers down.
Yeah, well, good luck against the Panthers next week. That'll be very interesting. But anyway,
very
guys,
tough game.
I'm off. I'm going to bed. I hope you guys have a fantastic Friday night. I'll see you guys tomorrow for the Saturday football review. Anyway, until then, guys, enjoy the rest of your night. Full time, South 32-18 and Melbourne 46-14 or 16. Have a good night.